Alright, it is time for my Wednesday weekly update. It's actually Tuesday night, but I'm going to post this September. Wednesday, September 3rd. I'm going to call this one Food Fight. And I wrote some things down because it just helps me remember what I want to talk about. Last week I posted holding on to hope while on hospice, and I still have my compass hanging at the foot of my bed, reminding me to hang on to that hope. You know, it's kind of ironic how much some things can change in just 1 week. When I would eat last week, I would feel kind of well for the most part. And I'm going to warn you that this comes from a place of kind of pain and discomfort. So I'm kind of in fight mode right now. So I guess I'm still fighting the process because I'm kind of in pain. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer Engel, and this is the 10th month that I will have been on hospice due to breast cancer. I am still fighting the process of dying. You know, they say you have 6 months, and here we are at 10. Because I also posted that when you fight, you're in pain, and when you surrender, most of the time, you're kind of not. So I guess I am still fighting. So why? Part of it could be that I'm just scared. A big part of it is I don't want to give up my independence. Last week when I posted holding on to hope that I could still walk around and take care of myself and maybe only take a week to die instead of a month or 2 or whatever it is. So I'm still kind of holding on tenaciously to my independence. I don't want to give that up. When I surrender, I'm going to have to give that up. Of course, I don't want to hurt the people that I love either. If I think about it too much, I'm going to wave. When I say wave, I'm going to cry. And I actually did cry in the bathroom for a while. My waves actually pass pretty quickly. It only takes me a couple minutes, actually, but I don't want to think about it too much right now. So, you know, I haven't really talked about some of the physical changes that I've also seen at month 10. I do have like these bumps on my head that I have found. I do think it's the cancer kind of growing outside of my body a little bit. The nurses say it's nothing to really worry about. It's not really causing me pain or anything, but there's that. My feet have actually been pretty numb for quite a while now. I'm starting to notice some very mild discoloration in my legs and in my arms. And of course there's the atrophy. When I started this journey, I was like 167 pounds. I think I hit 100 pounds. And that really kind of scared me. And I was trying to up my calories to try to stay above 100. I can't ever remember being this weight, like, unless I was a little girl. And a lot of it is my fight with food. It's kind of interesting. Last week I bought some fall clothes, like just house clothes, which actually came today. Because I thought, well, I'm going to be around for a while. I felt so good. And to be honest, like, sometimes I wonder if I'm going to need them. But again, this is coming from a place of like kind of pain and discomfort. Not all videos are going to be peppy and up there. But I will try to talk about some of the positive. My blood pressure, technically, when the nurses come, is generally fine. Generally, my coloring is still pretty good. I'm still getting 97% oxygen. But it is actually really hard to breathe. like it is and it isn't. I don't feel like I'm suffocating or anything like that, so that's good, but I'm on oxygen 24/7, and especially the inhale, it takes a while. If I'm up moving around, you can really hear me breathing hard, and I can really only be in one position. I can't really be in a lot of positions. It's kind of like a little W where I'm kind of up a little bit and then my feet are kind of up a little bit. So when am I going to surrender to the actual process? Well, I guess I'll end up surrendering when the pain is worse than the fighting. To be honest, the last 2 days I have been pretty uncomfortable, even with my routine, and a lot of it comes down to food. If I eat, if I don't eat, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Until then, I'm still going to try to hang on to hope, but I always promise to be real and honest. Not every video is going to be peppy and happy, but I do try very hard to stay focused by using my distractions, watching TV, coloring, sending letters to people, doing puzzle books, and sometimes sleeping. I generally get very tired after I eat, and I might take a nap after I eat for an hour or two. I really can't believe that it's September already. I looked on Facebook at what I was able to do a year ago. I was walking around Renfest with not really any trouble. And I actually made that my Facebook post just to kind of compare where I was, like my Facebook picture profile, just to kind of compare where I was a year ago to now. And it's interesting how quickly one can begin to atrophy. It's like quick and slow at the same time, right? Because it's been 10 months. But again, I had a lot more weight on me. I was 167 and now I'm 100. If I was like 115 when I started, then I wouldn't have lasted as long. So it's just interesting how quickly you can atrophy after you stop the treatments. But again, my treatment was hurting a lot, and I didn't know if I could really handle how much pain I would be in every single day while continuing treatments either. So I heard last year surrender, so I did, and I did surrender to the process for a long time. And now that process is probably getting closer to the end, I'm trying not to cry. It's getting harder to surrender. I keep finding. It is interesting. Like, a lot of times I'll say you can not really see a lot of changes from week to week, but you see changes from month to month. And even though it's only been a week, it's also a new month. So I'm kind of seeing those changes. So when will I actually surrender and give in to the whole process? I don't know. I guess I'm still here, and that's the good thing. In the morning, I still do pretty well. And then by the afternoon and evening, I slip. And I'm finding surrendering now as you get you get closer to the end, it's a lot harder. Because you're not ready. No matter how much you think you are. Again, this is kind of coming from a place of discomfort and fighting. You know, people tell you that. To keep fighting. There goes my right earbud again. And I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm still fighting. But eventually I'm gonna have to surrender, and we'll just see when that is.